In West Virginia, we've had our fair share of snow. We've had our fair share of cold. But what puts the icing on the cake is snow all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And I have with me Adam Oliver, who is a meteorologist in Louisiana and is experiencing this historical winter storm. Can you tell us what it's like?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. It's an historic storm. I mean, we started out the day thinking maybe 4 to 6 inches, and here at my location, well, you can see we've got quite a bit of that snowpack out there, and we're talking 10 inches, very common across the area. So for us here in Louisiana, record breaking.
And you know what? Your area was under a blizzard warning. There's never, ever been a blizzard warning issued for that specific spot in the South. Can you tell me what it was like during the peak of this winter storm?
I've never seen anything like it. I guess the best thing I can describe it to is when we get a hurricane and you get into the eye wall, you'll get the very strong winds whipping through, and it causes the rain to kind of cause whiteout conditions. We had whiteout conditions from snow today. I couldn't even see, there's a tree line off in the distance there, and I couldn't even see the trees. People were walking right below my balcony, and they just go off into blank, white. And it was amazing.
Now, is the snow a powdery snow or is it a wet, heavy snow?
Well, that's the interesting thing, because typically we get that wet, heavy pancake-like snow. And going into this, we were very concerned that we would get that and it would bring down tree limbs and also power lines. And we had 40-mile-an-hour winds. But this is a different type of snow. It's more of that powdery snow. I mean, when people were picking it up, we're so used to having that wet snow that you can really build snowmen and have, it all stick together. You'd pick it up and the wind would carry it away. We really haven't ever seen that, at least in my recollection.
And I see the roads are still covered. Do you expect the snow plows to come out?
Well, we have apparently a few of them in here in the state of Louisiana, getting help from our neighboring states. Arkansas, they sent a crew down towards Baton Rouge. And just a few minutes ago, I actually saw a plow come down my street. So I'm hoping that that'll help out clearing the roadways, because a little while ago I went to take some pictures, which I think you have there that you'll be showing. And it was like where the snow was untouched, either by cars or by feet, it was perfectly fine to walk on. But the moment you got into that tire track, you felt the ice and then just, start sliding. So really concerned, big concern for tonight. We're expected to drop to a record or near record for our temperature, which is down to 9 or 10, I believe, for the overnight low. And so with that, all this that kind of melted, there was some meltwater earlier. It's going to freeze, and black ice, a big concern overnight.
Now, would you say this snowstorm has completely crippled Lafayette?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're not going to be able to really do much for the next 36 hours. Tomorrow, we may barely get above freezing here with some sunlight, so that should help melt at least for a few hours. But then overnight, we're expected to drop back down to the teens, so that's all going to freeze again. So, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we're not going to be able to do anything, and we really get stuck in this cold weather pattern through the end of the week before, by the weekend, we're actually going to be climbing above 70 degrees. So there is light at the end of the tunnel for us.
Yes, in the east as well, we're finally going to see somewhat milder temperatures. And you know what? I wonder if all this cold weather and snow east of the Rockies is going to initiate a couple of frost quakes. That's definitely possible.
That's true. Yeah, you hear about it all the time. I think they had some up in Shreveport, Louisiana, last week. So we'll see what happens around here.
And prior to today, the most snow that you have ever seen in the South, I know you said you've been in New York City, which obviously gets some snow, but the most snow you've ever seen was in New Orleans. Is that correct?
That is correct. It was back on December 11th, 2008. That was 1 inch. And then before that, I saw snow on Christmas Day in New Orleans, and that was half an inch.
And you know what's really, really tough to wrap your mind around? Lafayette had a record high of 79 degrees on January 6th, and now you've got 9 inches of snow. The last time it looks like there was any measurable snow at the airport, at least, was February 10th, 1973, with 2 inches.
Yeah, just through the day today, everybody continually said, I've never seen this before.
It's absolutely amazing. But in my time as a meteorologist, I think I've seen it all. And then all of a sudden, the Gulf Coast, which is usually prone to catastrophic hurricanes, gets this catastrophic snowstorm. So
Yeah.
hopefully things will recover here and people will take it easy if they have to go out and about. And hopefully you won't lose electricity because I'm sure that the cold weather is putting the strain on the power grid down there.
Oh, absolutely. And hopefully that'll be the case that I get through this without having to lose electricity. So far, so good, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Adam. I appreciate it very much and stay warm.
I will try to, and you do the same. Thanks for checking in.